Welcome to Big Daddy's Story Time. We're reading Sesame Street's I Think That It Is Wonderful and other poems from Sesame Street. Can you see the friends at Sesame Street there? You can? Great job. Okay, let's get started with the book. I think that it is wonderful. I think that it is wonderful to wake up with the sun when it has just begun to shine. Hello, bright morning sun. I think it is wonderful to hear the waking street as all those busy feet go by. Hello, Sesame Street! Me think it is wonderful to wake up wanting food. To be in hungry mode is swell. Don't worry, my tummy stop growling after me have breakfast. Hello, food, 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 food. I think it is wonderful to stretch from head to heels. When I get up, it feels just right. Hello, knees, toes, and heels. I think it is wonderful to scrub each part of me to make sure I will be all clean. Hello, clean, specify me. It's the strangest word. A friend of mine once used a word the sound of which is so absurd. I was amazed at what I heard and stood there quite astounded. I finally gasped, "Is that word real?" My friend said yes, and what you feel is just the thing to help reveal this strange, absurd word's meaning. My mouth went wide, so did my eyes. In fact, they grew twice their size. As I stood there in shocked surprise, I didn't know how I lasted, for what I felt was what I'd learned is meant by flabbergasted. When my imagination when my imagination takes me by the mind, it leads me off so far, so fast. My body's left behind. Yet that's when I am most myself, lost in wish and dream. And coming back, I smile and think I'm more than I might seem. A silly mystery. Here's a pretty mystery without a clue that I can see. If you are you and I am I, together we are we. Of course, it then makes sense to say that they are he and she. But if you and I and he and she are all in one big bunch, there, where are they and who are we? And it is time for lunch. What is a song? What is a song? What is that magical ribbon of sound that swirls and twines round you and me, weaving words and music in proper 1, 2, 3? What makes a song? What is it makes me sing along? Our voices joining up and down with sounds that roll and sway and beat, our feet and fingers tapping in proper 1, 2, 3. What is a song? Oh, I was so embarrassed. Have you ever been embarrassed? Have you ever felt so foolish you just wished to run away? Why, yes, you cry. Then hear how I embarrass me today. I took the bus all by myself, in my little coat and cap. I felt so proud until I sat on someone else's lap. "Oh, no," I said. "What have I done? Would you excuse me, please? I should have looked before I sat and landed on your knees. The woman on whose lap I perched was oh so very kind. She told me that she understood. She really did not mind. I said, 'Oh, thank you very much. You have not frowned a bit. You understand I did not mean to make you undersit.' With what I stood up horridly and found another place. Embarrassed most certainly was painted on my face. Since you have felt embarrassed too, I do not have to say how glad I am that I found out that the feeling goes away. There is a road. There is a road I call my own. It beckons me when I'm alone. This special road that seems to be a road I planned so perfectly. It winds and bends at my command and takes me there I wish to be, atop a hill beneath a tall old tree. There is a place, there is a place that's mine alone, where I'll go still when I am grown. A long road ends atop a hill, beneath a tree, and there I fill my mind with thoughts of what would be, and watch the leaves sway over me, like waves on some green, gentle sea. I've been wondering, I've been wondering, I've been wondering about all kinds of things. Big things like buildings and bulldovers and and boulevards, little things like lima beans and locks, and the label on my favorite overalls. I've been wondering about in between things too. Mailboxes and my bathtub and benches in the park. What I wonder is, are they still there? When I'm in bed and all I see is the dark. When you're new on the street, when you're new on the street and the people you meet you've never met before, when the neighborhood's strange and you're confused by the change that awaits outside your door. What you need is just time to tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. Everybody you greet was once new on the street. We've all felt lost before. A new home can feel strange, but that feeling will change, and you'll find more and more. That what you need is just time and to tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. The Mirror Poem. No mirror's big enough for Snuff to see all Snuff at once. He could try doing it in bits, but that would take him months. So I walk around him and tell him what I see, and then because he is my friend, he does the same for me. So many things, so many things, so many things to do. Too many for one day, too many for my little feet to take me all that way. Too many for my little hands, my little eyes and ears. But tomorrow I will start again. I'm afraid this may take years. I think that it is wonderful. I think that it is wonderful that I can see a star when it's so very far away. Good night, faraway star. I think it is wonderful that I can hear birds sing when outside everything is still. Good night, bird on the wing. Me think it is wonderful to eat my food all up, especially at supper time, or lunchtime, or breakfast time. It not matter. Night, night, delicious food. I think it is wonderful that I can smell a rose. I'm so glad that my nose knows how. Good night, sweet smelling rose. I think it is wonderful to hug my teddy bear. It doesn't matter where we are. Sleep tight, Teddy, my bear. Good night, faraway star. Good night, bird on the wing. Good night, delicious food. Good night, sweet smelling rose. Good night, Teddy, my bear. Good night, good night, good night. What have we learned today, my friends? We learned from Big Bird, Cookie Monster, the Count, Grover, Bert, and the other friends of Sesame Street that many people find different and special things wonderful. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more Big Daddy Story Time. God bless.